on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
It is 7:39. We're back on Jersey Central on this Telefriend Tuesday on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Our prize this week, your first chance to win 4 single-ride race vouchers to RPM Raceway in Jersey City as Jersey Central and WCTC help you race on into 2018. Your first chance to win is coming up very, very soon. To the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline we go. We get together every Tuesday morning at this time to talk about collectibles and valuables and gold and silver and diamonds. He is Barry Blank with us, the president of National Estate Jewelry Buyers, for another edition of What's It Worth. Good morning, Barry. How are you?
Good morning. I hope you had a happy Christmonica, as we call it.
It was outstanding, and I hope you did as well, my friend. Thank you so much. Before we talk about a couple things here, a couple newsworthy things, Barry, that I wanted to run by you. Earlier this morning, I had a story about a museum heist back in Boston back in the 1990, where about $500 million of stolen arts is gone missing all this time. And the deadline to collect a $10 million reward for information leading to what happened to this artwork is going to expire on December 31st. I guess my question to you is, when someone steals art like this with a value like that, who buys it? And don't you run the risk of, when you buy stolen art like this, that now you having the art, you are now guilty of stealing the art? How does that work?
I guess the word is conscience or lack thereof.
Okay.
It's good. There's a huge black market for everything, okay? And these people don't have any conscience. They don't care. They just want to own something of great value. So, yes, there's a great risk to be caught. There's a great risk that you will be thrown in jail for the rest of your life if you're caught. So the question is, how do you keep it quiet? And that's not my field. But it's like everything else. This is how the bad people get caught, by making one little error. And unfortunately, in this case, I'm assuming that nobody's made that error, so the artwork has never been tracked.
Not yet. We're going on almost 30 years with this has been a completely clean getaway. No one has said anything. But does this end, Barry, with just somebody wanting to hang some priceless art on their wall and they pay a ridiculous sum for it, and that's kind of where it ends at that point?
You know, there's no way to know, because I don't think there's any statute of limitations on stolen merchandise. The rightful, it's like I hate to use this stupid analogy, but stealing a piece of land.
Yeah.
Eventually, the title search is going to get done. And then
right.
But yeah, these people can hide as long as they want to. But I have no idea what they gain out of it if they can't even show it off.
Right, exactly. What's the point of? And you're not going to turn around and sell it to someone else for money, and you don't want anybody to even know you have it. So what's the point? I'm not really sure. But obviously, it was stolen by somebody that had a buyer that wanted it and was willing to pay them for it. I guess that's where this whole kind of starts, right?
I wonder what that $500 million in property would be worth.
I can't imagine. All right. What our topic today, Barry, let's talk about forgeries. And we talked just very briefly about this last week, but I was hoping you could elaborate on this today. Forgeries and fakes. And does the owner of a brand, let's say you own, we talked about Rolex and some of these other well-known international brands, You just simply, without their consent, you can't just make a knockoff product and sell it to a market, right? You just can't do it without their consent.
100%, and there's no way Rolex is going to give you consent.
No, of course not.
They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, except in legality, except in brands and copies. This is you cannot. You can make a copy of anything you want for your own use. But once you go to sell it, once you go to make a profit on it, you could paint a picture of Rolex, you can create a picture of a brand, you can create anything you want. But once you put it on the market, you are infringing upon copyright and trademark laws.
Gotcha.
Believe me, these companies are very powerful.
Oh, I would think
You
you'd
know,
have to be just to protect your copyrights and your brands. When you hear that somebody is trying to sell bogus stuff under your name, I'm sure they get very aggressive in trying to put a stop to it.
they get very aggressive. My question is, you want to buy anything? You can put into a web search replica watches, and this is what I want people to be aware of, because we've had them walk into our store and they're really amazing, and you will find many sites, and these watches look amazing. But look at the bottom of the site. Look for their address. There is no address. These
Right.
people put so much money into their marketing, but they do not give away their physical address. Why? Because if they did, the international community would come down on them and close them. And they are buried somewhere deep in a country. A lot of it comes from Asian or countries, but I can't tell you where, because nobody knows.
Interesting. And kind of scary a little bit, too. I mean, you talk about watches and fine jewelry and things. Even medicines and toothpastes are even, there's forgeries on the market for well-known brands of like medicines and things.
You have to be so careful.
That's scary.
I would never buy internet pharmaceuticals. I mean,
No,
this
thank
is
you.
why we go to pharmacies. This is why my father, who was a pharmacist, this is why they go through years of schooling, because they are the gatekeeper for the legal and illegal drug community. They can't buy drugs from anybody they want to. They can't go online and just buy from an internet company. I'm not saying I support the drug pricing companies, but the pricing of the drug companies, but I do support regulation and limits, because you don't know if you're buying some drug on the market from somewhere where it's not guarded and the formulas aren't very carefully maintained. So, but I know people that own. No, I shouldn't say that I know them. I know people whose family members or somewhere in the structure own these companies that sell discount products.
Wow.
And they buy discount products that have name brands on them that aren't right.
So when I see these
So,
emails come in about buying prescriptions from Canadian pharmacies, I should just not even bother with those, right?
unless you can vet them, unless you know them, and you know people who are using them. I'm not saying Canadian pharmacies are bad or any pharmacies are bad, but I prefer to go to a retail pharmacy and buy my prescription drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that too. Now, also, you're in the process of setting up something very cool at the store as part of your 18th anniversary celebration. You're going to put up. This is almost like going to the state police or the FBI museum where they put up all the exhibits and stuff. You're going to create an exhibit of fake stuff that's come through the door at the store. That's very cool.
In 18 years, we have gotten fake Patek Philippe, fake Rolex,
Wow.
fake gold coins that aren't even gold, copied silver dollars, American coins, fake Louis Vuittons and other name brands. And, it's really interesting. I don't know when it's going to be ready, because I have to decide how to display it. But it's really interesting. It's like a shop of horrors, if you want to call it that. It's the stuff that people try to fool us with.
Yeah.
And then when you say, "Oh, it's not a diamond," they say, "Oh, really?
I didn't know.
know."
Right.
You know.
But wow, an exhibit of knockoffs and fakes. I think that's going to be very educational and kind of cool just to check out. So you'll have to keep me posted on when that's
I
going to be
will.
ready to go. That's very cool. So what are a couple steps that Barry, that people can take so that they know they're buying something authentic? Are there a couple of simple steps they should take?
The simplest step is to buy from a reputable source. You walk down the streets of New York City and you see Louis Vuitton, and you scratch your head. I mean, I was taking up last year, not on a designer thing, but this big display on a street corner of 46th and 5th, and it says 100% cotton sheets, and they were like $20 a set, And I said, and Egyptian cotton, 4,000. I'm joking, 4,000 thread count, and I'm saying, oh, they feel really good, and they say all over cotton, cotton, cotton. When you open it up, the tag says, guess what? Polyester.
Of course.
And of course, the next day when you go back, guess what? They're gone. So don't buy from fly-by-nights. Don't buy from sites on the internet you don't know of. Never buy a copy of something expecting to make a profit, because something that's too good to be true is too good to be true.
Yep, you're 100% right.
You know,
And you're also working on an online guide about maybe some a resource that
yeah,
people can go to.
It's going to be featuring the fakes. It's going to be
Very
featuring,
good.
and it's going to state very carefully in our site, not for sale, for exhibit only.
Gotcha.
You know, these are for learning purposes. I'm
Excellent.
going to develop an ongoing guide.
All right. I can't wait to take a look at that also. Also happening this week at the store today through Saturday, quite a sale. Everything is 50 to 60% off through Saturday, Barry. That's what's going on this week?
Every single item in the store is 50 to 60% off, and the minimum is going to be 50. And I got to tell you, if you make an offer, I'm willing to listen.
It's kind of like a make-good gift. If maybe you came up a little bit short there yesterday, this is your chance to kind of make good at home with another gift this week, right?
It sounds good to me.
Why not? Of course. Free evaluation day is continuing today as well, and you're going to continue those in the new year, Barry, the Tuesday evaluation days?
100%.
Awesome.
And then just make sure you let us know that you're not selling this item.
Right. Okay.
Because we're going to make you an offer if you don't. And you can say, what? That's all? That's all it's worth? And we're going to say, well, look, you weren't clear, so now we need to be clear in what your goal is.
Gotcha. Good stuff. All right. Well, Barry, thank you so much. I look forward to another year of our features here on Tuesday. Very educational. And, of course, the big anniversary sale continues. The anniversary events happening. The 18 on 18 for 18 is continuing. And, Barry, as we wrap up, one last thing for you. I saw on one of these, I guess it was an eBay or some sort of online auction site, where someone was claiming to have original puppets, original figurines, if you will, from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer television special, which, of course, has delighted generations of people, selling a Rudolph and a Santa Claus, $10 million. Now, they claim to have authenticity paperwork. There's YouTube videos of the guy on television bringing the figurines around and talking about them on television. If someone says they're looking for $10 million and they're selling it on a website, what does that tell you? What light bulb goes off in Barry Blank's head when he sees something like that?
Buyer beware.
Buyer beware.
Buyer beware. You got the right. But the other thing you have to ask yourself is, if I buy it for $10 million, who's going to buy it from me? An investment is only as good as your knowledge of who's going to buy it if you buy it.
Yeah.
God knows where the buyer of the $450 million Da Vinci is going to go, but I think he's making his revenues already by putting it on tour.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I think you're right. So buyer beware. Maybe somebody came across that on eBay. Just watch out for that there.
Right.
Barry, thank you as always, and we'll talk again next Tuesday. It'll be 2018 the next time we speak, my friend.
2018.
Happy New Year to you, sir, and we look forward to another year, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you. Barry Blank, and What's It Worth for the final time in 2017, and we'll do this again coming up in 2018. Jersey Central traffic and weather.